Myself Piyusha Shetgar, Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering Department, Walchand Institute of Technology, Solapur. In today's session, we'll see one of the problem on Biot-Savart law. Learning outcome: at the end of this session, student will be able to apply Biot-Savart law to solve the given problem. These are the content. So first we'll define the Biot-Savart law and we'll see one of the problem on Biot-Savart law. So while solving the problem, you should know about this Biot-Savart law. So you can pause video here for a second and recall that what is Biot-Savart law, or state the Biot-Savart law. So Biot-Savart law states that magnitude of dH, that is differential magnetic field intensity, at any point P is proportional to the product of current differential length, that is dl, and the sine of the angle between the filament and the line connecting differential length to the point of interest P. This is the directly proportional, whereas the dH, magnitude of dH, is inversely proportional to the square of the distance from the filament to the point P. And the constant of proportionality is given by 1 upon 4 pi. So mathematically it can be written as this equation: dH bar is equal to ideal bar cross with A bar R, so upon 4 pi R square, and the unit for this dH bar is ampere per meter, whereas this sign is nothing but the cross product sign. It's not a simple multiplication, so we are taking the cross product between this ideal bar and A bar R. A bar R is the unit vector from the differential current filament to the point of interest P. 1 upon 4 pi is the proportionality constant. R is the distance of the differential current filament from the reference point P, and ideal bar is known as differential current element, or it is also known as differential current filament. Now let us check one of the problem on this Biot-Savart law. So estimate, the given problem is estimate the incremental field dH2 bar at point P2 caused by a source at point P1 of I1 dl1 bar. So that means we have to find out the incremental field, that is dH2 bar, at the point P, whereas the point P is caused by a source at the point P1 is given as I1 dl1 bar, that is differential current filament of the point P1 is given. So it is given as the 2 points are given here. So first point is 2 pi A bar Z microampere into meter, given that the point P1 as 400 and P2 point is 030. And the second point, we have to find out the dH2 bar at the point of P2, that is 030, with respect to point P1 is now different. So P1 point is given as 4 minus 2, 3. With the same differential current filament is given as 2 pi A bar Z. The unit is microampere per meter. Microampere into meter. So let us check the solution for it. So before going to start any problem, try to draw the diagram according to the given sentences. So here the 2 points are given. Let us check for the first point. So for the solution for the first point, as 2 points are given, point P1 is 400, whereas P2 is 030. So from the given point, you can say that the point P1 is at, suppose at this point, that is 400, whereas P2 point is on 030. Now you can connect this P1 and P2 point. The connection between these 2 points form one of the vector known as R bar vector. So our aim is to calculate the incremental field at point P2, and therefore the arrow of this vector denotes in the direction of this P2 point, that is 030 point. and the differential current filament is along this z direction, so it is given as I1 dl1 bar, and therefore this is written here as a I1 dl1 bar. So it shows the current differential filament or current differential length. So at this point P1 it denotes as 400. So if you know the 2 points, then you can define first the r bar vector. With respect to that r bar vector, you can calculate the magnitude as well as the unit vector. Now we have the equation of this dH2 bar, that is incremental magnetic field intensity. It is given by ideal bar cross with A bar r upon 4 pi r square. So first let us find out the r bar vector. So r bar vector is calculated by using the end coordinate minus start coordinate formula. So end coordinate which having the points are 0, 3, 0, and the first coordinate is, that is start coordinate, is 4, 0, 0. So you can take the or calculate the r bar vector by P2 minus P1. So 0 minus 4, 3 minus 0 and 0 minus 0. So let us check the equations for the r bar as 0 minus 4 a bar x plus 3 minus 0 a bar y plus 0 minus 0 a bar z. Okay, so you can find out this r bar vector as minus 4 a bar x plus 3 a bar y plus 0 a bar z. So instead of writing 0 a bar z, you can neglect this a bar z term, because the magnitude for this you are getting equal to 0. So r bar vector which having only minus 4 a bar x plus 3 a bar y. Now find out the equation for the unit vector. So unit vector is defined by the given vector upon its magnitude. So that you are getting that equation of a bar r is equal to, the vector is minus 4 a bar x plus 3 a bar y upon the magnitude of this vector is 4 square plus under root 4 square plus 3 square. So you are getting under root of 25, therefore this is equal to 5. So a bar r becomes equal to minus 4 a bar x plus 3 a bar y upon 5. Now put all these values in the equation of this dH2 bar. Now dH2 bar is the equation here. So ideal bar is given as a 2 pi microampere, and therefore 2 pi into 10 raised to minus 6 a bar z is written here, into a bar sorry, it's not actually into, it's a cross product, and a bar r is minus 4 a bar x plus 3 a bar y upon 5. 4 pi as it is, r is equal to 5, therefore 5 square. Now solve this equation. So you are getting the answer for that, dH2 bar is equal to 4 into 10 raised to minus 9 a bar z cross with minus 4 a bar x plus 3 a bar y. So here you can take the cross product of these unit vectors. So let us check the cross product of these unit vectors by having the triangle of cross product. So you know the unit vectors a bar x, a bar y and a bar z. So you can go through the anti-clockwise direction. So here a bar x cross with a bar y is equal to a bar z, whereas a bar y cross with a bar z is equal to a bar x, and a bar z cross with a bar x is equal to a bar y. So in our case a bar z cross with a bar x is required. So let us check that what it's given. So a bar z cross with a bar x, you are getting the value as equal to a bar y. Next is a bar z cross with a bar y. A bar z when cross with a bar y, that is it follows the clockwise direction, so opposite of this arrow, and therefore you are getting a bar z cross with a bar y is equal to minus a bar x. So let us put these values in this equation. Thus you are getting the value for dH2 bar is equal to minus 12 a bar x minus 16 a bar y into 10 raised to minus 9 is there, therefore nano ampere per meter is the unit for dH2 bar. So this is how you can solve the equation for the incremental magnetic field intensity. So let us check it for the second point. For the second point, P1 is the difference, so 4 minus 2 3, and the P2 is same. So again here the differential element as a I1 dl1 bar, and if you connect these 2 points, this forms the r bar vector. Same procedure, first you have to find out the r bar vector. So 0 minus 4 a bar x plus 3 plus 2 a bar y plus 0 minus 3 a bar z. So you're getting the r bar vector as minus 4 a bar x plus 5 a bar y minus 3 a bar z. Let us find out the unit vector of this r bar vector. So the given vector upon its magnitude, so a bar r becomes equal to minus 4 a bar x plus 5 a bar y minus 3 a bar z upon 5 root 2. Now put all these values in the equation of this dH2 bar. So dH2 bar is equal to IDL bar cross A bar R upon 4 pi R square. So IDL bar is 2 pi into 10 raised to minus 6, A bar Z is already given. Cross with A bar R is minus 4 A bar X plus 5 A bar Y minus 3 A bar Z upon 5 root 2, where R is 5 root 2. So we have to take the square of R, therefore 5 root 2 square. Solve this equation, again you are getting the equation as dH2 bar equal to 1.414 a bar z into minus 4 a bar x, sorry, it's a cross of minus 4 a bar x plus 5 a bar y minus 3 a bar z. Again you have to follow the triangle of cross product rule. So here we required a bar z cross with a bar x, which is nothing but equal to a bar y. A bar z cross with a bar y is equal to minus a bar x, and a bar z when cross with a bar z, you getting the equation for that is equal to 0. So by putting these values in this equation, so by putting that values in this equation, you getting the value for dH2 bar is equal to minus 7.071 a bar x minus 5.65 a bar y, again into 10 raised to minus 9, and therefore the answer for that one is nano ampere per meter. So this is how you can find out the incremental magnetic field intensity for the given point by using Biot-Savart law. These are the references used for this session. Thank you.